There's only one detective we could rely on, a private eye above others, only one assigned to the hardest of hard cases. It's time for another heart-throbbing, spellbinding, crime-solving episode of Murder Mysteries with Frank Nougat. I'm a detective, a private eye, crime's deadliest enemy, a lethal weapon to the mean streets, and a man who likes his Maxwell House coffee black with 2 spoonfuls of C&H sugar. Why, you ask? Because life needs a lift, and the warm bean flavor that Maxwell House gives is quicker than instant. Coffee, that is. Oh, and by the way, this is Detective Frank Nougat, like you didn't already know. Anyway, there's been another murder, this time of a young up-and-coming singer. Her body was found just behind the back door in the back alley to the club named the Backdoor. I'm heading down there right now before it starts raining any harder, just to see what I could find. Is this the dead girl?
What?
Is this the dead girl?
Are you serious, Frank?
Just answer me, rookie.
This is a bag of trash. It's a piece of trash, a few empty bottles, and a small bag from the club.
Piece of trash, huh? This piece of trash had a name, with breath to her body just earlier today. She was a beautiful singer with a mother and a father that named her with a beautiful name.
Hey! Look! The dead singer is over there, where all the people are gathered, looking down at the dead body of the girl. This is just a small bag of trash, Frank. Oy vey.
The rookie pointed me in the right direction. I walked over, slowly, and there she was. Some poor young daughter to some poor older mother and father that just lost their daughter to the hands of murder. I examined the crime scene thoroughly, and I found just under her right arm a business card that has a strange odor to it. Looks like I'm going to pay a visit to a Mr. Johnny Balentine at Balentine's Brothers Automotive Services for cars, trucks, roadsters, luxury vehicles of all sizes, years, makes, models, shapes, and sizes. Right now. I'm looking for a Johnny Balentine.
Yeah? And who is it that's looking for a Johnny Balentine?
I am Detective Frank Nougat, Private Eye.
Your name's Nougat? Like the candy bar? Huh? Hey bros, take a look at Detective Candy Bar over here.
My guess is you're Johnny Balentine.
Hey there. You really are a detective. Detective?
Yeah, and a damn good one. Where were you last night?
I was here, working on cars. With tools.
You weren't at the club the Backdoor, watching a young girl sing her last song?
You talking about that girl singer that was found dead just behind the back door last night?
Yeah, I am.
Well, nothing to do with it.
What?
I said, well, I had nothing to do with that.
Then why was your business card found under her dead body?
Look, Detective Candy Bar, do you have a warrant or something to be in here? Don't you need something like that, right?
No, I don't have a warrant. But I do have a business card with your name on it that smells like death.
Okay, I knew of her. I saw her sing at the club, but not last night.
You ever talked to the girl before?
Look, I got many girls, but she wasn't one of them, if you know what I mean. Huh?
Oh, I see. You're one of those kind of sleazeballs. One who doesn't know a nice face on a kind lady. One who doesn't know the right girl when she comes along. One who doesn't know it's time for love if love was a wristwatch on his own wrist.
Hey! I don't like yous coming into my place of work putting me down. You want someone to talk to? Go to the club and talk to a Vivican Red. She's the lead singer there, and she's the ears of the whole joint.
How will I know who she is?
Oh, you'll know. You'll know. You'll know.
Looks like I got a new lead. A dame by the name of Vivican Red.
Hey! I'm not done yet. You come in here again like you did, me and my brother's gonna bust you up real good. You hear? Huh? You hear?
If I had a nickel every time I was threatened, I'd be a few dollars past retirement. But I took the warning and this new lead right down to the club, the Backdoor. I entered through the front door to the club, the Backdoor. There were a lot of people there on this night, gathered around enjoying a good meal and entertainment. I looked around, but I had no idea what Vivican Red looked like. Then out of nowhere, the lights dimmed and the crowd quieted. A sweet perfume came through the air as if there were 100 women in the room, menstruating. And there she was, like an angel with long red hair from the top of her head to the bottom of her feet. And she had a voice as good as her body.
If you want my future, forget my past. If you wanna get with me, better make it really, really fast. Now don't you go wasting my precious, precious time.
If this is wrong, then I don't want to be right.
Zigga, 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 zigga. Zigga, 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 zigga. A zigga, 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 zig. Zigga, zig. Zigga, 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 zig, zigga.
Those ziggas went on for about an hour and a half, and there was a sax solo for about 45 minutes. It was the most sax I ever had in one night. As quick as she came out, she was even quicker at leaving. She went off stage to the back. I knew I had to catch up with her in the dressing room.
Hey, no autographs right now. All right, hold your horses.
Vivican Red,
Yeah, who wants to knows?
Detective Frank Nougat Private Eye.
And why is Detective Frankie here to see little old Mace?
I'm here to ask you about the young girl that was found dead just last night behind this club.
What can I say? I knew her. She was a singer here.
How well did you know her?
Not that well. She just started here, sang only a few nights.
But a lot of people already had their eyes on her.
Yeah, she was good. She was going to be a star, a headliner. I could tell.
Look, I'll cut to the chase. I was given your name, told that these walls could hear, and you were the ears.
And by whose, may I ask, gave you my name?
A guy by the name of Johnny Balentine.
Ha! The one you should be talking to is Johnny. Mr. Balentine was her boyfriend.
Johnny Balentine was her boyfriend?
Things were real hot and heavy between the two of them as of late.
Johnny said he never even talked with her.
He's a liar, and he's the one you should be talking to, not me's.
Before you shut the door, I have to ask you something about your hips.
What's wrong with my hips?
I was wondering what kind of locomotive it takes to pull a caboose like that.
Aw, Frankie, you's not too bad yourself. I'll see you around.
So why did Johnny Balentine hide from me the fact that he was going out with the young singer? Looks like it's time for me to pay Johnny and his brothers another visit, despite the warning they gave me. Johnny Balentine,
Detective Candy Bar is back. You don't listen real well, do yez?
You listen to me.
Let me guess. You talked with Vivican Red, and now you know I was the young girl's boyfriend.
Something like that. Now let me guess. You and your brothers are gonna bust me up real good.
Something like that.
But it's 3 against 1. That's not a fair fight. For you 3.
Ha! I like that. Detective Candy Bar's got spunk. I like that. Those were good last words. Those were good last words.
I knew it was time to roll up the old sleeves and get my hands dirty. Just like the way I used to do back in my rookie days. Giving the hands to the thugs of the street. Oh, a cheap shot, huh?
That's what you get for just standing there like you were thinking of something. Come on, bros. We got a candy bar to devour.
Alright, let's do this.
I hope you like blood with your coffee, 'cause that's what you're gonna be drinking. Blood coffee. Hey, I got a good idea. Let's circle each other for a bit. Yeah. Look at you, detective. Pretty light on your feet. You boxed before? Hey, there we go. Missed. Hey. Come on, brothers. Grab him. Okay. My face. You got a good right hook on yous.
You and your brothers had enough.
You busted us up real good, detective. I could taste my own teeth.
So, did you murder the young singer?
You know what, detective? I did lies to you. I was the boyfriend to that girl. And there was not many girls after I met hers. There was only hers. I loved hers. I wanted to marry hers the second I laid my eyes on hers. Detective, I did not kill hers.
You know what, Johnny? I believe you. But why did you lie to me at first?
I was scared for me and my brothers. We weren't the best of boys. We don't have a squeaky clean past. And I didn't want to lose our family business. My pa opened Balentine's Brothers Automotives back in 1902. We've been serving the public for over 30 years with quality parts and services.
I know.
Now, do me a favor, detective. Find who killed her for me. And put them away for a long time.
I know who I have to pay a visit to.
Then do it. Do it for me.
Detective Frankie Nougat. Not even you can stay away from Vivican Red for too long.
Why is the floor so sticky out here?
They just washed it yesterday.
You should really look into getting a new janitor. There's a lot of mess that needs to be cleaned up over here.
I don't know what you mean, Detective.
I mean, there's one more question I gotta ask you.
Go for it.
Did you murder the young singer?
Ha! How dare you accuse little old me's? Why would you even think I would throw my whole career away over the likes of some young, no-name singer?
Because, by the looks of things, you only have a few years of a career left.
What do you mean?
I mean, you're getting old. Your career has already peaked and it's on its way down. where that young singer was going to be the new thing, the talk of the town, and just on her way up. You're lucky I'll never hit a lady.
I think we're done here, Detective.
There's one more thing I gotta ask you. What perfume are you wearing?
A little something I make for myself.
So no one has ever wore that fragrance before but you?
No one in this whole city or any city around. I thought you'd said you never hit a lady.
I did, but you're no lady. You're a murderer.
How do you figure that?
It's simple. Your perfume.
What do you mean?
Your perfume was on the business card at the murder scene. And it's your perfume that filled the air before you came on stage that night I saw you perform. And it's the same perfume I smell on you, right now. So that leaves only you, the one who makes her own perfume, the only one who owns it, and the only one who wears it.
Yeah, I did murder her. And I planted the business card on her body to frame her boyfriend. No one outperforms Vivican Red. No one's a bigger star than Vivican Red. Not in this town.
Well, looks like the star has just fallen. And the only bar you'll be singing in is behind them.
I thought me and yous could be something real special.
Shut up. I guess the old saying is true. If looks could kill. In this case, it was looks that killed, because of someone else's looks. There's also another saying, beauty is only skin deep. Let me add to that one, and ugly's to the bone. But now the bones of this dead young singer can rest knowing that her murder has now been solved and forever buried. Not only in a closed casket, but in a closed case, thanks to me, Detective Frank Nougat Private Eye. This has been another episode of Murder Mysteries with Frank Nougat, starring Frank Nougat as Frank Nougat. Tonight's story, Murder Behind the Back Door, written by Rick J. Clements. Featured cast, Robert Ramos as the Rookie, Max Stiles portrays Johnny Balentine, Vivican Red, played by Vivican White, music, Last Call by Carl Denham, and The Private Investigator A by Graham D. Wilde. Keep that dial handy and your ears wide open for the next episode of Murder Mysteries with Frank Nougat.